Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's science time. So open up your textbooks, because we're about to dive into the clever and convoluted world of chemistry. Before we even look at the surface of what chemistry has to offer, we need to know what an element is. An element is commonly classified as a substance that contains only one type of atom, the particles that make up all matter. You can distinguish elements by characteristics such as color, hardness, boiling point, density, and the reaction with other elements, acids, or chemicals. One universal way that discovered elements have been sorted and classified into is through the periodic table. From this image, we can see that the periodic table is split into three groups: metals, non-metals, and metalloids. Metals contain alkaline metals, alkaline earth metals, the large group of transition metals, as well as lanthanides and actinides. Metalloids have the properties of both metals and non-metals include halogens and noble gases, as well as hydrogen, which is still over there, alone, just like me. Going off the idea of elements, pure substances are made of the same type of particle throughout. Elements are pure substances. However, pure substances are not necessarily made up of just the same atoms. A compound is made up of atoms of different elements bonded together either through ionic bonds, a metal and non-metal, or a covalent bond, meaning two non-metals. A compound has very different properties from the elements from which it is made of. This is because the bonding of the elements forms a completely new substance. A mixture is made up of two or more different substances, chemically unbonded, each with two different properties. Back on the topic of chemical reactions, we can define the change of a substance or material in two ways, either chemical or physical. A physical change could be observed if no new substances have been formed, but a change in state or shape has occurred. This means no bonds between the atoms in the molecules have been broken or formed. This can be seen if you boil water. No new substances are formed as the H2O molecules stay intact without any new bonds being formed or broken. But some of the water changes state and forms a gas from the heat energy being produced, causing the water to boil. However, a chemical change is when the bonds in the molecule are broken, or new elements and bonds are introduced into the substance chemically. Chemical changes are very difficult to reverse. One of the most efficient ways to show a reaction taking place is with a word equation. In this word equation, we are turning magnesium and hydrochloric acid into hydrogen and magnesium chloride. The reactants, magnesium and hydrochloric acid, are shown on the left, separated by a plus sign. The reaction is represented as an arrow that points to the products of the reaction, which are also separated by a plus sign.
Well, that's it. All of it. Every single bit of chemistry. All of chemistry. Done in under 4 minutes. Isn't that incredible? Please send help and subscribe.